Good afternoon, everybody. Park Ranger Roland Bissonette with Cowpens National Battlefield with another episode of the South Carolina Virtual Campout. The National Park Service, South Carolina State Parks, and the U.S. Forest Service are doing a series of videos over 2 days to help you while you are sheltered in place. Today, April 18th, also starts Park Week 2020. Okay, my episode is covering the Cowpens firing and secret correspondence during the American Revolution. The Cowpens firing was started in 1778. By the end of the American Revolution, it was the most successful spy ring during that time frame. Washington enlists a young major by the name of Benjamin Talmadge, who in turn enlists two more individuals, Abraham Woodall and Robert Townsend. These three men would become the nucleus of the Cowpens firing. Robert Townsend and Abraham Woodall would come to be known as Samuel Cowpens Sr. and Jr. That was their aliases. Other people would come in a little bit down the road. When spies would go into New York and they were going to get reconnaissance on the British, write down troop numbers, troop movements, secrets they've heard, where the British are looking to send men, and so on. You just couldn't write a note in plain English like this right here, because if you were caught, you would certainly be treated as a spy and probably hung. So they came up with a series of codes. I got 2 pages of those codes right here. They ended up coming up with a 9-page code system totally. There was 726 words, 26 letters, and 10 numbers. If you go on to the website www.mountvernon.org/George Washington, then you go under American Revolution, then you find a tab that says Spies and Espionage that has a lot of good information on the Cowpens firing, and you can also download the 9-page Cowpens firing code book there as well. All right, so you got to write things in code. This new thing comes around that George Washington is very intrigued with, that he calls a sympathetic stain. It is made by a James J., who is the brother of John J., our first Chief Justice, and also a signer of the Declaration of Independence. James J. sets up a laboratory in Peekskill, New York, where he can make Washington's invisible ink. The ink was a solution of ferrous sulfate, an iron supplement. Mixed with water, you would dip a cotton ball or cotton swab into the solution and write invisible words, so in between the lines of a note. Once that letter reached the person that it was going to, they had a solution that was mixed with sodium carbonate. Things used in swimming pool, chemicals, also used in the making of glass and paper and soaps. You would take that and you would put it over the invisible ink. Then you would hold that over a heat source, back then a candle. Today it could be a light bulb or even a hair dryer, and that would help to bring the invisible ink out. Transporting messages. You just can't go walking around with a message kind of like this right here. There are ways to hide a message, of course. So invisible ink. Then you can take that message, fold it up, and kind of put it in your pocket. You could put it in between the pages of books. Other guys had hollowed out quill pens, black tubes, small black cases, so British spy Daniel Taylor, so even carry messages in small silver balls, so that way, so if he was captured, so he could swallow it. All right, once the message gets to its destination, there are ways to bring it out. Of course, one is the sympathetic stain. You bring the invisible ink out. There is masking. I would have a hourglass template, kind of like this right here, and the way that a message is written, you put the mask over your letter, and everything inside here also would be part of your secret correspondence. I've got a little bit of a fun activity here that involves a white crayon and water-based paints. It also has a simple piece of white paper. I have already put some white crayon down here. All you do is you take your water-based paint, and when you brush it over your white crayon, your message is revealed. So a fun way there to hide a message. Thank you for catching my video today. So hope that you liked it. We have a few more videos coming up today as well. Thank you very much and have a nice day.